Hello, this is Scholar Strive doing some math today in geometry. We're going to look at ratios, proportions, and the geometric mean. So, ratios are, well, it's basically comparing two numbers. And we usually use fractions to represent them. We can say 2 to 3, 2 to 3, or 2 to 3. So those are the three different ways of writing ratios. And we usually compare them like this, like 35 miles per 1 hour. A proportion is that it states that two ratios are equal. And we see this all the time whenever we're reducing fractions. 3 over 6 is equal to 1/2. The extremes are considered the first and last terms, which is 3 and 2 in this case. And the means would be the bottom left and the top right, which 1 and 6. This is very important for finding the geometric mean, but more on that later. Cross products. So you should have seen this before. So if you have two fractions, let's have a proportion. That means they're equal to each other. Let's say 4/8 equals 1/2. You can do the cross product, which means you take the top left and the bottom right, multiply them together, and you take the bottom left and the top right, multiply them together, and you'll get the same answer. And then the geometric mean of two positive numbers is the number x. So, for example, 1 over 6 equals 6 over 36. So the geometric mean between 1 and 36 is 6. If we wanted to find the geometric mean of, like, say, 2 and 8, this is how you would set it up. But let's go on to the examples. Simplify the ratio, unit conversion table on page 921 of the textbook. So if you have the textbook, it's on that page. Otherwise, use Google. So this first one, part A, is 78 over 8 centimeters. Since they're both the same, we're just going to get rid of the centimeters altogether and reduce it 39 over 4. 4 feet to 12 inches. You can change the inches into feet or feet into inches. I'm going to go ahead and change the top into inches. There's 12 inches in a foot. So I'll have 48 inches over 24 inches, which becomes 2 over 1. You're painting a large warehouse door. You know that perimeter of the door is 64 feet and the ratio of length to width is 3 to 5. Find the area of the door so that you will know how much paint you will need. So we got a door, so I'm just going to draw a rectangle, and we know that the perimeter is 64 feet. Now, how do we find perimeter of a rectangular object? Perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. You just add up all the sides. But we don't know length to width. We know that the ratio of length to width is 3 to 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have length be 3x, so that represents the 3 in this ratio here, and then width equals 5x. So there's the 3 to 5 ratio there. Okay, so I'm going to plug it back into this formula. Perimeter equals 2 times my length, which is 3x, plus 2 times my width, which is 5x. So I will get 6x plus 10x, which is 6. So the 64 feet, our perimeter, is equal to 16x. Divide both sides by 16, and we'll get x equals 4. So we know what 4 is now. I mean, we know what x is now, so the length is 3 times 4, which is 12. And the width is 5 times 4, which is 20. So we found the width, found out what x is, we found out what the length and the width is. Now we just need to find the area. Area is length times width. So 12 times 20. So that is 240. And what are we doing? What are we using? Feet. So this would be feet squared. Okay. Checkpoint 1. Simplify the ratio of 33 yards to 3 feet. So we have 33 yards to 3 feet. So hopefully you know this, but there are 3 feet in a yard. So I have 99 feet over 3 feet, so I will get 33 over 1. So we have a rectangular table. Perimeter is 21 feet. And then length is 5x, width is 2x. So let's use our formula here. Perimeter, which is 21, is equal to 2 times 5x plus 2 times 2x. So I get 10x plus 4x, so 21 equals 14x. So x equals 21 over 14. So my length is going to be actually, let's reduce 21 over 14 to 3 halves. There we go. So our length is 5 times that, so 15 halves, or 7.5. Our width is 2 times that, so 6 over 2, which is 3. Oh, now we just do length times width to find our area. So 3 times 7.5 equals 7.5 times 3, 22.5 feet squared, square feet. Alright, let's move on. Measures of the angle in triangle BCD are an extended ratio of 2 to 3 to 4. Find the measure of each angle. So this is the triangle on the right here. This is how it looks. Now remember, the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So 2x plus 3x plus 4x is 180. Add all your x's together. So you get 9x equals 180. Divide both sides by 9 to get x equals 20. We need to find the measure of each angle, so we gotta plug it in. 2 times 20, 3 times 20, and 4 times 20. So 40 degrees, 60 degrees, and 80 degrees. Okay, example 4. Solve for x. So whenever you have a fraction equaling a fraction, you can do this thing called cross multiplication. So let me write this. Rewrite this. So we have equals 2 over x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to make my little cross symbol. And basically it just tells me what to multiply together. So I have 3 times x equals, okay, so I have 2 times this x plus 1. So make sure that you actually put parentheses x plus 1, because we have to distribute this 2 to both the x and the 1. So I have 3x equals 2x plus 2. Subtract 2x over from both sides, and I'll get x equals 2. Find the geometric mean of 16 and 48. Okay, so all you do is set it up like this. 16 over x equals x over 48. Do your cross multiplication. So I'll get x squared equals 768. That's what 16 times 48 is. Okay, to get x by itself now, we take the square root of both sides, and we'll get x equals... So this is not, doesn't come out evenly. You can use your calculator, or we can simplify it. So this is the same thing as 256 times 3. Square root of 256 is 16, and then we're left over with the square root of 3 inside. Or you could use your calculator to get your decimal answer, depending on what the question is asking for. Example 6, the new stadium at East High has 10 sets of bleachers. There are 192 spectators sitting in 3 sets of bleachers. How many fans can sit in the entire stadium? Okay, so we have 10 sets of bleachers. We don't know how many spectators there are, but that's equal. But we do know that 3 sets fill 192 spectators. So this is where our cross multiplication comes in. 3x equals 1,920. Divide by 3. And we'll get x equals 640 spectators. So what I did there is we created a proportion, because we knew that 10 sets, so there's 10 sets of bleachers, and we're trying to figure out how many can fit in the entire stadium. So there's 10 sets in the entire stadium, and we don't know, so we call it x spectators. But we do know that there, in 3 sets, there's 192 people. So that's why we can set them equal to each other, cross multiply, and find out how many people can be in the stadium. Checkpoint 3. The angles in a triangle are an extended ratio of 1, 4, and 5. Find the measure of all the angles. So this was just like this previous one up here in the top right with that triangle. This is just going to be x plus 4x plus 5x equals 180. So I get 10x equals 180, so x equals 18. So one angle is 18 degrees, another angle is 4 times 18, which is 72 degrees, and the last angle is 5 times 18, which is 90 degrees. Find the geometric mean of 14 and 16. 14 over x equals 16, or x over 16. Answer in simplified radical form. So I'll get x squared equals 14 times 16, which is 224. Take a square root of both sides. So when simplifying square roots, I'm going to take this 224, break it down, which is, well, actually, I'm just going to break it back into what it used to be, 16 and 14, because we know the square root of 16 is 4, and we can just leave 14 as it is, and that's our answer. Hope this helps you out. Have a good day.